Hey, I'm Corey,
And I'm John.
and welcome to the Tiny Room Movie Review.
Hey man, you hear about the tiny room?
Whoa,
Today we're talking about All Is Bright, directed in 2013 by Phil Morrison, starring Paul Rudd and Paul Giamatti.
Ah, the two Pauls.
Mm.
All Is Bright is about two French-Canadian thieves who try and go legit by selling Christmas trees in New York City.
So, let's get straight into it.
Move to Montreal.
You can move there.
I'm on parole.
Oh, yeah. How long does that last?
Years?
Starting with audiovisual, I think this overall looked really realistic. To the way they were dressed, to the little lot they're selling Christmas trees out of. I just think it overall, it was very aesthetically pleasing to me. To see these two kind of dudes you'd see from the Trailer Park Boys. They're just kind of run down, almost homeless. Well, one is homeless, but it's just kind of it was really the feeling was really there, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely. No, I really thought this was a beautifully shot film. It was very picturesque. Every shot and scene just had this feeling about it. It really was. You saw these shabby dressed men against this beautiful backdrop of New York City, in the background. This wasn't, hey, two homeless guys wandering the streets of New York. It was, they're kind of in the ghetto, and you see the beauty of the city, but behind this layer of grime and underbelly of where they actually were. It was just really cool to look at, for sure.
What the fuck are you doing? No, you quit. It's bullshit like this, huh?
Moving on to acting, I think both of the characters, I think Paul Giamatti did a really good job. Paul Rudd played himself, and it fit pretty well with the relationship between the two characters. Paul Rudd plays this really dumb, lovable idiot, and I love that about him. It's a fantastic character that he plays. And Paul Giamatti, I thought he did an outstanding job. To kind of, he was trying to be, he's trying to go straight, and not be a con. But it shows him kind of struggling with it, and how much of how hard it actually is to go straight, especially when, you're a thief and it's just easy to steal shit. He shows a really good way of, trying to go legit.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Paul Rudd, yeah, like you said, he's Paul Rudd. He's lovable, he's funny. Even in this very serious, he's playing a kind of a burnt out loser, just trying his best. And he still manages his little Paul Rudd quirkiness.
Yeah.
And then, Paul Giamatti, wow. Just the range on this guy and his facial expressions, his ability to emote this hardened anger inside of him and just passionately just lose his mind at Paul Rudd at times. It's insane to watch. Really well done.
Hi. How much?
$50.
Damn.
Hey, it costs a lot to get them down here.
I want a tree, Mama.
As far as plot structure, I actually think this was a really good... So it wasn't anything new, I don't think. It was just kind of a different take on kind of like an underdog story. Dude gets out of prison. He tries to make a better life for himself. Obviously, nothing really goes according to plan. But, I think it was kind of like a kind of a different take on an underdog story. But at the same time, it really wasn't anything brand new or super exciting. I just thought it was a pretty good story in general.
Yeah, I liked the story. I loved the characters, like I said before, but for me, this movie could have been about 45 minutes shorter. There was a lot of scenes of just downtime and just kind of boringness. It's kind of one of those artsy, beautiful things to watch them drag these trees out and then set them up, and but I didn't really need to see all of that. And there was a lot of moments of them just sitting around a fire. Again, cool to look at, but I want to watch a movie. You know, I kind of like it. It made me lose a lot of interest at times, and yeah, I felt like there could have either been more happening in the story, maybe more characters introduced, or they had gotten into maybe a bit of shenanigans, but who knows, that might have undercut the whole seriousness that they were trying to convey.
Yeah, that's fair.
You don't deserve her.
Oh, and you do? Huh? What about her? Does she have any say in this? Does Therese deserve somebody who makes every single person feel 10 times worse?
Continuing on the engagement, I thought it kept my attention, and I was really kind of surprised about this movie in a way that it actually kept my attention. You know, like you said in the previous bit, that it was just too long. For some reason, I honestly can't put like a pin on like exactly what kept my engagement the entire time. But like I felt like I was rooting for Paul Giamatti's character to just, you know, go straight. You know, it seemed like that was what I was going for through the whole movie, and I felt like I was entertained the entire time.
Yeah, I have to agree. I liked the movie. The scenes were interesting enough, and when they were talking, when they were doing stuff, like I was on board. There was a lot of times I kind of dozed off and looked away, and then when I came back to the movie, it was like I don't feel like I really missed anything, and you know the relationship between the two guys was cool, but it didn't really go anywhere. It was just kind of like they get on each other's nerves, and that's it. And I don't know. Maybe there was some depth in there if I'd been paying attention, or maybe if I'd been in a different mindset where I was just ready to just enjoy a nice long movie. You know, like if I'd drawn a nice warm bath and I just wanted to sit and watch a movie for a few hours.
Yeah.
Or not. I don't know.
Season's greetings. Looking to buy a tree?
No. Looking to sell them. Yeah. We were here first.
Oh, man.
Finally, would I recommend? I actually would recommend this movie. In a way, I guess it's hard to recommend for everybody, but I definitely think it's a good watch. You know, if you like Paul Rudd as a lovable idiot, he plays a really good role in this. Paul Giamatti, like I said, plays a really good role as well. So like if you kind of want to see a duo of them, then yeah, definitely check it out.
Yeah, I kind of agree. It's a hard movie to recommend to everyone. I'd say if you're on an airplane, I think it's a great airplane movie, like an international flight. Obviously, don't waste your time if you got like you only have time for one movie. Like I don't know, watch The Departed or Taken or whatever else is new. Watch Frozen. Don't watch this movie.
None of those movies are new.
None of those movies are new. Those are all old movies.
Yeah.
Wow. But you'd find them on an airplane.
Maybe.
I doubt you'd find all this bread on an airplane, now that I think about it. But if you do, that's the time to watch this movie.
I know but it
Where'd
is.
you get the $3K from?
It's a loan. Till we come back with 5 times that much.
Each?
It's Christmas trees, Dennis, not heroin.
All right, now that you've heard from us, let's see how the tiny room feels about All Is Bright.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching, and let us know what you thought of All Is Bright down in the comment section below.
Also, let us know if there's any movies you'd like us to review in the future.
Tiny room. Shh.